Hello everyone, I hope you had a nice long weekend. There's a couple of things I wanted to point out today. One is that if you look at the classwork tab in Google Classroom, you will see that you have your April assignments and your March assignments listed here. These are the grades that will be making up your fourth quarter grades. My view is a little bit different because this is the teacher view, but on your side, if something is blue, that means you still need to turn in your assignment, or if it is grayed out, that means you've already submitted it. As always, use PowerSchool to know what assignments you are missing, but this is a really nice quick way to see what you might need to still get done. Last week you worked in a website that was called Family Home Plans, and this is an example of what the house I selected looks like. It's 2,000 square feet. It's pretty close to what I'm looking for, except I want to change it from a 2-car garage to a 3-car garage. And then there's a couple of bedrooms on here that are 12 by 11, and I wanted to change those to 12 by 12. So if you notice on the right-hand side, you could actually purchase these CAD plans, one set from $700, 5 sets up to $800, but you are actually going to be recreating this plan in another program. So the program we're going to be working in for the next few weeks is a program called Homestyler. And if you click on the link in your assignment right here called homestyler.com, it will take you directly to this page. And I highly recommend that you use Google Single Sign-On. So I'm going to click on that G. I'm going to click on my email if it comes up. I have already done that, so I am logged in here, and you can see my email is below. It is very important that you remember to use Google Single Sign-On. I've had students in the past think their work is completely missing, and it's just because they signed in typing in their password the second time instead of using Google Single Sign-In. So from here, if you notice, I just X'd out of that box and I'm in a project. I'm going to go ahead and start by giving it a name. And I'm just going to call this my dream home. Your setting will stay to public. And that is all you have to do to save it. You do need to click the save button as you go on to make sure that your progress is being saved, especially now. I know some of our internet connections may not be that reliable, so you want to make sure that you are saving as you work. Okay, so my house here, if I look at this, it has a 2-car garage that's 2110 by 22. I'm not going to be real exact on this. You should be close in size, but if you're off by a few inches, that is totally fine. But I'm going to start with a 21 by 22. And to do that, I'm going to do create a room and say draw room. I'm going to click once, and then my finger is off of the clicker, and I am just dragging over until I get 21 by 22. Now, this becomes a little difficult because you are dragging quite a far ways away, so I could actually stop here and resize it. One of the annoying things is if you click again, you start to draw another room. So the only way to get out of that is to actually right-click and say cancel escape, or if you are on a Mac, you will do control-click to get out of the drawing mode. You can quickly draw about 10 rooms all at once that you didn't want to draw if you do not right-click, cancel, escape out. So looking at my garage here, it's 21 by 22. And if you notice the wider part, so it's width times the length. So the 21 is the width. So I'm just going to come here and double click on this. Or instead, you can go ahead and click on this wall. For some reason, when you click on the white wall, it lets you do the width. I'm going to change that to 21 feet. That is the single, it's the apostrophe or the foot mark. and that will resize my wall to 21. The second measurement was 22. So I'm going to click on this wall, and it will let me edit here now. And I'm going to change that to 22 feet. You certainly can go ahead and try to click and drag. So if I didn't want to do it that way, I could have clicked and dragged and tried to make it, exactly 21 by 22. But sometimes it's easier to just go ahead and type that in. Okay, so you can zoom in and zoom out. I am just, kind of pinching with my mouse if you're on a trackpad, or there's this lower right hand corner where you can do your plus and minus as well. So I have my garage done, and I'm going to go back and look here now, and I could do the porch next. I could move on to the laundry. Some of these are not going to have measurements, so you're just going to kind of do an approximate and say, okay, well, if my dining room is 12 by 24, then I know my laundry and my powder room, or the half bath, is going to fit in about a 12 by 12 square. So I can go ahead and draw that in as well. So I'm going to start with a 12 by 12 square. That's just a little offset from the garage. Again, I'm going to go to create a room, draw a room, and I'm going to try to draw a 12 by 12 square. Okay, that is not a 12 by 12 square, so I can, either click and drag to resize. Now, if you notice, I forgot to do one thing, and that one thing was to go ahead and right-click and cancel escape. If I forget to do that and I click, I now have a room in a room, and then I have another room, and it quickly gets out of control. So if you cancel escape, that will get you out of that mode, and you can click on each wall and delete each wall off until you kind of get rid of the mistake that you made. Okay, so I am not in create a wall, so I know if I go to click on what I made before, it will let me resize it. Again, it's kind of a pain to have to delete these off, so if you can remember to right-click escape, it works a lot better. Okay, so I have this little bit of a wall that ended up splitting when I resized it. So now I think I have one wall back, but if it doesn't go back to one wall, you can always go ahead and just redraw it. So again, it doesn't have to be precise, but you should be able to draw something that's a little bit close to 12 by 12. Again, I could type in here if I didn't want to drag, and I'm going to take this and split it up between the laundry and the powder room. Now, if you notice, the laundry room is a little bit open here. There's not even a doorway. It's just kind of a walk-through like a mud room. So instead of doing draw a whole room, I can go ahead and say draw by edge and just kind of put up that single wall partition there, so that I still have the walkthrough. Again, it is trying to continually draw, so you need to right-click, cancel escape. Okay, so I now have my house plan here with my laundry and the powder room. And so I need to finish drawing in the powder room. That's going to be a solid wall across, and then the door gets added later next week, actually. So you don't even need to worry about adding the doors today. If you want to, you are more than welcome to, and I can show you how to do that. So I'm going to draw by edge. This is my bathroom now. And the one thing that's nice is you can actually go in, again, right-click, cancel escape. You can go in and name that space so you don't forget what it is later. So if I click inside this room, I can go ahead and go to this drop-down. Their second bathroom, I'm just going to call it a bathroom though. So I can remember, hey, that's where my bathroom goes. If some of you are really excited to add in doorways today, you can go ahead and do that. If you go under building, there's wall openings, there's doors. Hopefully your bathroom would have a door. I'm going to go to swing doors, And I am looking specifically though for a door that is a single door instead of a double door. So you can select any type you want and go ahead and pull it over to your wall opening. You can change the swing of your door. So there's my door inside. If I wanted to change the swing of it, I could click on it again and say, swing to the left instead of the right, or swing out instead of into the bathroom. At this point, I'm going to make sure that I say File Save, because again, you want to make sure that the program is saving as you go along. I probably will not be actually collecting this assignment until Friday of next week. By Friday of next week, you will need to have all of your rooms labeled and all of your doors added. And then the following week, we will begin getting into the design phase a little bit more with bringing in furniture and carpet and that type of thing. Okay, I did just save. I'm going to be a little paranoid and make sure that my save took. So if you go ahead and copy to another tab, you can go ahead and paste that in. It should have you signed in your tab. Please make sure that you are using Chrome. I find this program works a lot better with Chrome, and it gets a little bit buggy in any other browser. So if you do not have a Chrome browser, let me know, and I can walk through how you install that. If you click on My Designs, you should see now down at the bottom, oh, I have a lot of houses here, but you should see your house in there. If you do not see your house in there, go back again, and I'm going to do File Save As. It is called Dream Home, so I'm going to click Save again, and I'm going to reload on My Designs. And I can see there, it is definitely there. And if you look, it can show you already, that it's rendered the walls and the floor. And there's going to be some 3D walkarounds. But just for today, if you could work on using this feature called Create a Room, using Draw Room by Edge, and then using that building area to find your doors, and then to name my space. This one I could go in and say, oh, that one's the laundry room. But just kind of go through and replicate the floor plan to the best of your ability. Again, I am not picky. If your measurements are off, they should kind of make sense though. So don't give me a room that's 4 feet by 4 feet, because that is a very teeny tiny room. Oops, that is not the laundry room. That is my garage. So just make sure you are labeling things as you go, because it's a lot harder to try to figure out what it is you were trying to do in the first place if you do not go ahead and label them. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm here to help you anytime. And again, moving forward, probably by Friday of the following week, so we are looking at, this is how I always know what day it is, we're looking at by the 24th. So you have 3 days this week, 4 days next week. So about 7 days you should have your sketch drawn out. If you remember, one of my changes though was that I wanted to have a 3-car garage, so I need to remember to stretch that out and make my garage a 3-car garage. So make sure that you are also making your changes from your document, as well as trying to replicate the design that you selected. Good luck, and hope you have fun with this. The next part is my absolute favorite, when we get to start to pull in wallpaper and paint walls and pull in furniture and build swimming pools. So hope you have fun, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.